Yo, welcome back to episode 31 of the Water and Time podcast. Voice crack, but we're down 2 weeks, but it's okay. We took a little 2 week break, had some stuff come up. As you can see, Will is here in person with me, so of
How's
course
it going?
this is why we took this little 2 week break. But we're back. A lot of things have happened. Let's start with the World Cup because let's get the boring stuff out of the way.
Boring.
Yeah, it was so boring.
Final game was pretty boring.
Yeah,
But
it was
that
so
third
boring.
place match, ooh, that one was hyped.
Except it was for third place.
I know.
So, I mean, see, this is what I said. Like, you had France versus Spain, and then you had Argentina versus England. I literally said, just reverse the winners and the losers into the third and place in the finals, because that would have been made things infinitely more exciting.
What do you mean? You lost me.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
as in you should have had England and France in the finals, and then Argentina and Spain play for third place. Like, that would have been the best storyline.
I do think in terms of like these old school empires, the French and the English, that would be a fun world.
Yeah, you
World
could
Cup
like
finals. I agree.
you could literally recreate so many memes about like the English, the France wars. And
yeah,
trying
the
to
7-year
conquer each
war.
other.
Yeah, dude. I got you. Yeah, man. I was a big. I think you kind of got me on this too. And after watching some games, I was a big Norway fan.
Yep,
My guy Haaland, but is it Holland?
it's
Holland?
Holland.
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 But they just couldn't do it, dude.
Well, he could do it, but he couldn't do it because his teammate didn't pass to him, man.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I guess, but again, Norway did go farther than they've ever gone, right?
Yeah, they haven't made it to the World Cup for 28 years.
That's great.
So you can't blame Holland because he's 25.
He's so young. I mean, he'll be at more World Cups too. That's always like crazy to think about, right? Is like at this young age, they're starting so early. Like they're gonna leave a huge legacy. He's already broken records. So he'll have a good career. And I'm hyped for the next World Cup, dude. Have you gotten like we've been following this World Cup like religiously?
Yeah,
I would say, right?
Kind of like a cold.
Have you? Yeah, have you? And it's so fun because there's so many games every day. You got a couple of them. There are no big gaps, right? The biggest gap is like a few days.
Yeah.
And then you're just constant action, constant games. Have you followed like this is the closest I've ever followed the World Cup. I followed it a little bit 4 years ago, but only like semis and after, really.
Yeah.
How about you? Have you followed World Cup before?
I didn't even know what the World Cup was until like this year, until like last month when I was like looking at like Airbnb prices for Vancouver, and they were like skyrocketed to $400 a night. And I was like,
got you.
Oh, it's the World Cup. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
So
I think yeah.
This is the closest I've been following.
It's awesome, isn't it? Like I'm so hyped for 4 years.
Yeah.
We gotta go see a game, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be in Portugal, Morocco. It's a good excuse to go.
I haven't been to either of those countries. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I made it happen.
No, I think it's cool that it's kind of like the Olympics and just like how big it is. I'm actually really happy that it was in the US, and that's probably why I watched it, because
there was a lot more US marketing.
It being in the Americas, it really promoted.
I mean, you're in Seattle.
Got more global scale.
You guys, like, we hosted the game in Seattle, one of the like cities.
And it was cool.
I was downtown. I saw I went into the World Cup store.
Yeah.
Right after we saw it. Yeah, it's all the merch of like different teams.
Wow.
And it's really funny because like the teams like Germany stuff, for example, because they were eliminated so early.
Yeah.
Everything was half off.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
So there are a few World Cup shops, and like you really see it take over the city.
Yeah.
That's hype, dude.
Well, I mean, I'm glad I didn't be a part of the traffic, because that traffic was crazy.
Yeah.
But just like knowing that it was right downtown,
yeah, dude,
nearby, it was like, oh, super cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we got to make it happen in 2030.
Yeah, I would love to go to a game. I got to get in the lottery early on, because you sign up for the lottery and you get a game. It's like $100 or like 200. Like it's not that expensive compared to. I think I looked at the finals. Cheapest ticket, 10 grand.
Yeah,
terrible seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible.
Exactly. No, I was looking at it, and then they, on the final day last week, they generated 1.5, actually at least $1 billion worth of revenue
from ticket sales, or just
from ticket sales, as well as the popcorn being expensive, the drinks, whatever.
Yeah.
Just like, but a single day, $1 billion.
Wait,
made.
one day? I thought that was like for the whole. You're talking about one day was a $1.5 billion.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because you have like the MetLife field is 80,000 people capacity.
Sure.
So then if you say like, okay, let's say a ticket on average is $5,000 even, to account for some of the ones being cheaper earlier on.
Yeah, but
right.
So
yeah, okay. 80,000 times $5,000.
Yeah,
you're already looking at least 400 grand in just ticket sales alone.
Wait, 80,000 times
sorry,
5,000,
80
400
to
million, homie.
oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry, yeah. $400 million in revenue, and then, towards the end, all the seats got more and more expensive.
But like, I thought so. I have to go look. We don't have to focus on this too much. But I thought the way ticket sales work is like the stadium and FIFA put those tickets out for the standard price for when you win the lottery, maybe 100, $200 each ticket. And I thought the 5,000 to 10,000, that's on the resale side, like SeatGeek,
Oh, okay.
Ticketmaster. I don't know if
Yeah.
those, maybe they get a cut of it, but I don't know if the stadium or the event actually makes that much money. And it wouldn't surprise me if they hold a bunch of tickets and then sell them at a markup.
Sure.
But I actually thought like they sell out all through lottery, and I don't know.
Yeah. So I guess let me correct myself because you're right.
Sure.
I mean,
Not FIFA,
that
like
day,
in general, that's how much money
yeah,
was created.
yeah. In that
Yeah,
day, that
I
much revenue was
yeah.
created for that particular day.
Yeah, that I believe that 100%.
Yeah. Just crazy. Crazy.
That is I mean, it's the biggest sporting event in the world. Like the World Cup,
Sure.
the biggest sport every 4 years. It's bigger than the Olympics. It's hyped.
Bigger than the NFL because no one besides the US watches the
Yeah,
NFL.
yeah. However, I don't know about revenue in terms of making money if it's actually bigger than the NFL. I don't know enough about it.
Well, it is because you can just look at the players and their salaries and how much their contracts are, and that they're just way more expensive than
Than some
NFL
players.
contracts.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd believe it if like there's more money in soccer in terms of revenue. I guess all the money too comes from like broadcast or mainly broadcasting, right? Like for advertising and commercials.
Yeah, advertising's the
right?
main thing.
Yeah.
I think merch sales go an okay way, but
merch
it's
sales is probably a
mainly,
good amount too. Actually,
mainly the sponsorships.
Yeah.
As we'll see, because I have a little topic about
Oh,
like YouTube and streaming ad revenues and stuff.
yeah. So let's move on then. But what was the highlight of the World Cup for you, Alan?
That
What was your
Norway.
favorite part?
Norway.
Just watching Norway games.
Just watching Norway, just watching them go.
Was there a specific game in mind? Like, was there a specific game that you really enjoyed watching?
The game I'm gonna remember forever is the game that they lost, the
Mm.
knockouts, just because they were up 1-0
Yeah.
and they could have been up 2-0, and then they
To England,
lost.
right? Yeah.
To England. So
I saw
what about
something
you?
on that one though. It's like I remember seeing some clip about how when an English goalie or the Norway goalie kicked the ball and it hit like a line, like a camera line,
Yeah.
and just dropped right in front of like the English people's feet. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if
mean-
that's accurate or not.
Yeah, like I kind of just don't care about
Yeah,
that. It's
because they
like,
could have been 2-0.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like whatever.
That's what happens. My favorite game I think was either England versus Mexico. That was
Yep.
so hyped.
Yep.
The stadium was crazy. I actually really liked the semifinal game or the third place game. France versus England
Oh yeah, that was really
was
fun.
so hyped. So many goals. I wonder if they're just doing that to like bring up those goal numbers, so they get that golden boot or
That's
whatever.
true, yeah, because
For Mbappe.
yeah, Mbappe did get first place overall for goals.
Yeah.
the
Because they got
World
4 goals, right, France.
Yeah.
I actually really love the halftime show in terms of the finals game. The halftime
my
show might have been the
God.
highlight for me.
You got BTS, Justin Bieber.
It was so
Shakira.
stacked, dude. And then you have Ted Lasso, which I don't know if you've seen this Netflix show. It's pretty funny.
The Bear, right? The Bear?
Not the Bear. It was Ted Lasso. Maybe it is the Bear. It's a part of that too. But
Okay.
the show is called Ted Lasso, and it's a good comedy. I think it came from an SNL skit.
Yeah.
But like the cast was there, and they were talking about they're the ones that introduced Justin Bieber. But yeah, it was a good time. And so tell me more. You're talking about statistics, revenue of streaming. You want to get into that a little bit?
So there's this
Yeah.
event that happened, like I think last week, called Streamers University.
Okay.
So like Kai Cenat, I think he's the biggest
Oh,
streamer.
yeah.
He held this university basically
Mm.
program for 5 days, I think, where a bunch of people apply. You have to apply because you want to be a streamer. It's
Okay.
kind of like school where you apply to college and you want to be a whatever. You want to study biology. You want to study engineering. So these people are doing this to study streaming.
I mean, they probably
a
have some
good
good secrets,
career.
and good knowledge. Absolutely.
Yeah, and so like one of the guest professors was Ludwig. He's like one of the top streamers.
Oh wow, they actually have. I'm looking at this right now. They actually have like a lecture room.
Yeah,
He's actually lecturing with a little tie on. That's cool.
yeah, it's basically just like a school, right?
Yeah, interesting.
So yeah, and I found some of his stuff interesting because he started diving into some of the numbers and some of the earnings you can expect
Yeah.
given your size.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's interesting, right? Because when you go to Twitch, when you go to YouTube, and you can see live viewer counts,
Sure.
right? So you can see someone has 100 concurrent viewers, 1,000, 10,000. And I find it interesting when I can get an estimate of how much this person is making based on those numbers, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if we just take a look at Ludwig's here, so this is how much he made in June. he's like a top 90 streamer, top 100 streamer. And if you look at here, in the month of June alone, his merch is $7,800. His YouTube is $270,000,
Yeah.
which is more than his Twitch, which is $57,000.
Mm.
And then the bulk of his money
Yeah.
is from sponsorships.
Yeah, absolutely.
$800,000.
And sorry, when we look at this number, merch is just like stuff he makes, right? His own brand, he has his own store.
Yeah.
YouTube is YouTube ads, right?
Yeah, YouTube
ads
and
that
Twitch
run
are both
advertising.
Advertising
And
as well as like sub counts.
That's right, because also YouTube, there is a way where you can like sub and become like Twitch. Also, you have followers and you have subscribers.
Yeah.
Where you actually can make money. YouTube, I think, also has that now, don't they? You can join like a community.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
So
okay.
I estimate like so a sub is $5 a month generally.
Yeah.
And then Twitch takes 50-50.
I've heard of that.
So
yeah.
per sub, you can say $2.50.
So if you have 500 subs, you're making what, like $12.50 a month? That's like not bad.
Or no, 500 times 2.5. Yeah, $12.50. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Before taxes.
Yeah,
taxes.
yeah.
Yeah, 500 subscribers is a lot.
That is a lot.
And then Ludwig, I think he said he has like 9,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah, this dude's. But the sponsorships, like the amount of viewership you have, that's
Yeah.
insane. This is monthly income over $1 million.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Although like you still have to factor in like some of the people that he pays to like.
Yeah, he has a staff, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Editors.
running the channel and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So overall for June, like yeah, he makes over $1 million. However, like his own personal take home, it's likely much lower than that because he has expenses that he has to do in order to earn the money.
It's also a business, right? And so if you're
Yeah.
at the business, sometimes you want to reinvest the money.
Yeah, exactly.
So like he might not be taking that much money out, but
Yes.
that's insane though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so
We're
much money.
basically looking at his earnings report for
Yeah.
the given month.
That's crazy.
And you know, as we know, like revenue doesn't equal to take home, right? You still have to
Of
factor in
course.
your expenses. You look at your margins and whatever, right? So you know, this is like cool to get a frame of reference as to what someone of Ludwig's size
Yeah,
gets in terms of revenue.
of course.
And so he compares this with two other streamers, like in smaller categories.
Mhm.
So the next one, maybe you could take a guess, is I think this one is, yeah, so this is a 1,000 concurrent viewer person.
Okay.
So they average 1,200 viewers. They stream 130 hours in a given week, or maybe that's the month.
There's no way you can do 130.
Yeah, okay,
This is monthly, dude.
Yeah, so this is monthly, and then
Yeah.
has 1,600 subs for the month. So I'm curious, yeah, what do you like make for like maybe the revenue
Per
of
month?
this? Yeah, per month for someone who has 1,000 concurrent viewers.
1,200 viewers, the hours have 1,600 subscribers.
Yeah.
Let me think for a second. Sorry.
Yeah, so subscriber, we can do like 1,600 times 2.5.
Yeah, and I know too, if you actually have enough subscribers, you can actually ask them and you'll get a little bit more than 50-50. But yeah, we can just say 2.5 for now.
Yeah.
So what would that be? 3,200, 40,
Yeah.
what- no, 4,000
Yeah,
flat.
4,000 flat.
But see,
Pretty good, right?
I
Like
think
the
a lot
sub
of
count alone.
yeah, it's hard to like justify having that one on map because in my like thoughts is who your like sponsors are, like that really affects it so much. Is which sponsor deals you have. My
Yeah.
guess though is this person's probably bringing in probably over 10 grand a month. I actually think they're doing very well. If they have
Yeah.
that. Like that's huge. Even more. I'd actually say 15 grand a month. That's my guess.
Yeah, it's a good point because like even from Ludwig, his sponsorships like outclasses his other.
You know, I'm
avenues of-
gonna put it again. I'm gonna say 25 grand a month.
Yeah, so like
I'm gonna say 25 grand a month. Yeah, so the 1,200 average viewers, 130 hours streamed a month, sub count of 1,600. I'm gonna say 20 grand a month is what they're bringing. 25, 20 to 25. That's the range.
Yeah, so
Total.
you're saying like from without sponsorships, it's like around 10,000, and then you're saying plus sponsorships, it's like an
Yeah.
additional like 2 to 3K or something.
No, I'm saying I think without sponsorships they're making 10 grand probably, 10 or 15
Yeah.
grand, and then probably the same amount with their sponsorships.
Oh, okay.
That's my guess.
Cool. Yeah. So then,
Am I close with 2025? We'll see.
Okay. So this person has.
They don't have any sponsors.
Exactly.
That's not okay. All right,
Exactly.
keep going. Keep going.
Exactly. So I think it's just like okay. It depends on what their sponsorships
This is
are.
this doesn't okay. Keep going.
Okay. And then, but you were right with like the Twitch,
Yeah,
which is
about 10
around
grand,
$10,000. So
And the merch or not?
no merch. But so to me, this gives a reference of like 1,000 concurrent viewers. You can expect around $10,000 a month, kind of thing.
Yeah, but from Twitch alone, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
if this person put some effort into their sponsorship.
Exactly. Yeah. So if this person did have sponsorships, then it could probably eclipse.
Yeah, and
maybe
this
even
is what
double.
they're trying to highlight, right? This is the
Yeah.
whole point of the university is all your money actually comes from sponsors. It's not
Yeah,
the platforms.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
Yeah,
Of course.
and so that's why I think what this reinforces is that this is why a lot of people in drama try to stay away from drama, because if the drama is sponsorship unfriendly,
Yeah,
like if sponsors don't like
of
your
course.
content,
Of
then
course.
they're gonna pull back and you lose
Yeah,
a significant revenue
of
road
course.
of
Of
revenue.
course. It's happened with a lot of people too. Like Kanye West, right? Adidas pulled out after he made comments on podcasts.
Yeah, and that was
And I
probably
think it
a
was like
bunch
he
of
lost
money.
hundreds of millions of dollars because of that.
Yeah,
Because what you said is right. I think a lot of your money comes from sponsorships. I think you have to peak though. You have to hit some level of viewership or some level of views.
yeah, it makes sense because
But yeah, I agree.
sponsors they have a budget and they're probably like, okay, who do we try to sponsor? And so they
Yeah.
probably have a list, maybe from high viewers to low viewers or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just be like,
yeah.
hey, how much can we pay you to sponsor our thing? And
Absolutely.
they just go down the list. Okay, and then sorry, anything?
Well, okay, I'll say this one note at the end.
Yeah, and then there's one more, which is a similar viewer, or
So I'm gonna guess though, this person has a lot less average viewers, only 150,
yeah,
and their average stream is more. Their sub count's a lot less. My guess is though that maybe they're in a niche topic and they have a ton of like a ton of sponsors maybe. But like from Twitch alone, my guess this person brings in like $1,000 a month. From
mm-hmm.
Twitch and like YouTube, maybe like $1,000, $1,200 a month. But maybe if they put some effort into their sponsorships, they could actually do really well and get 10 grand even a month.
Yeah,
Because again, it's like it depends on your content too. Like that's why this I don't like this stuff. It categorizes variety, right? But if you're in like a very niche subject,
yeah,
maybe you're talking like about angel investing, for example, which is a bunch of rich people are your viewers.
yeah, exactly.
Your sponsorships are worth so much more.
Yeah, because
So
they're more willing to pay for
yeah, and they have more
the
money. So and like
ads.
also if you're US based, right, versus non-US, like there's so many things.
Yeah.
But that's my guess. Is he's going to show us, oh, even though this person has less viewers, less hours streamed, less sub count, they actually make more money because they have sponsors. That's my guess.
Okay. Yeah, let's see.
Watch me to be totally wrong. They make nothing. Oh,
Okay. They have sponsorships. They have sponsorships, even
yeah,
though
but they make
smaller
about
viewer.
yeah, okay.
And then YouTube is nothing. And then
Oh, about 3 grand
Twitch
from
is
Twitch.
3.
That's a good amount actually. That's more than I thought.
Yeah. So even though this
From Twitch
person
YouTube.
makes, of course, they're expected to make less because they have 10 times fewer viewers than the previous person.
Sure.
But then their sponsorships are quite, quite.
You guys saw that on the
Yeah.
thing, but
Yeah. So I'll just do.
like I don't like. Do you really think this is accurate? And like I really.
No, it's gonna change for everyone.
Yeah, but
right?
there's no
Because-
data set. Like, how do you get this data from? Like, how would you get this data from?
Or I'm sure he has his insiders, or
He has some self-reported stuff, but like no one, not even the platforms like Twitch and YouTube could give you these numbers, right? But
he could probably just be talking to people that he knows.
but like
just
think
in
about
there.
all. Yeah. I think this is great though. I think it's great to show people this.
Yeah, so it's like,
But I would just be hesitant to actually believe any of this data.
wait, why though? Why would
Because you
not
don't know.
believe?
None of it. Like it's all going to be self-reported. Like it's just not. Like I think Twitch and YouTube could be accurate, but sponsorships are so different per person.
Yeah,
And like there's no actual data set. So when you talk about income or looking at, jobs reports or things like that, that's all hard data, right? On taxes, things like that. Like they're not they're not asking people, hey, to all the streamers, hey, what's your business's taxes? Let me see your exact revenue.
Yeah.
This is all self-reported, I'm guessing, which is where somebody tells him his numbers.
yeah. But I think you can extrapolate at least the YouTube and the Twitch.
I agree.
Because the
I
ad
agree.
revenue
It's
should
consistent.
be similar.
I agree.
Yeah, of course, sponsorships. That's the main.
I agree.
Like black horse, or that's the main.
That
or
can
dark
change
horse.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's like, so this is like why if you follow a certain content creator that you like or something,
Yeah.
and you notice like if they have a sponsorship in their video or if they don't, then it kind of gives you a sense of how much they're living by.
Yeah, that makes
kind of
sense.
thing. And I think it's interesting because like even with like other jobs, like it's interesting to see people's lifestyles, like, and then like what kind of job they do to afford that lifestyle.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
sure.
So yeah, this is what gives me like just an interesting idea, because like I see people who do this full time, right? People who do this consistently, like people that I've watched sometimes, and I sometimes wonder, oh, they have like 100 viewers most of the time,
Yeah.
and they do this 8 hours a day. I
Yeah.
wonder how they're affording this, or
Oh yeah.
maybe it's a short term thing. Maybe they're not able to sustain this.
Yeah, they're full. I give it to actually a
Yeah.
job, right?
Yeah,
Or
because
it's a hobby.
you're trying to grind this.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and so overall, like even if you think about our podcast, like some of the tips, right, is that if you want to grow, if that's the goal,
Mhm.
then it's important to diversify your revenue streams.
I agree.
Like for example, for us, let's say we wanted to try to make this podcast big,
Well,
or
so this is where I'm going to
whatever.
tell you at. We're actually selling our bath water.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that before?
I have been very stinky lately.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have been
yeah,
very
yeah. So,
stinky lately.
as
As
part
you
of
see.
diversifying our podcast, we're gonna start selling. We'll start selling merch. We'll start selling. I don't know, bath water. What else can we start selling? Maybe hats. But no, I think what you're saying is 100% right. Is like it's on you to not be on one platform, YouTube, Twitch, whatever. It's on yourself to really get sponsorships and to drive growth and to do all that. And that's where money can come.
I think like the ideal well-oiled machine that just keeps running itself forever is you have your like stream, for example, and then that turns into clips that maybe you hire other people to
Yeah.
turn that into clips, or maybe long-form content.
Yeah.
And then you reinvest the money that you make into your streams with different ideas that you want to try,
Absolutely.
and it just keeps on
Yeah, that's how you make a
keeps on
career out
going.
of it. And it's a
Yeah.
business. Like at the end of the day, you're an entrepreneur and you're doing a
At the end of
business.
the day, it's a
Yeah.
business. This doesn't really apply to people wanting to do this for a hobby, right? Like for example, like us doing this podcast for
Yeah.
a hobby, right? This is more so on the business side,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what it
yeah.
takes. Like for example, if you equate this to someone going to school, going to university to learn to become an engineer, they are
So
paying money up
we're
front.
talking about the university. What are we talking about now?
Just in
Just streaming
general,
in general, being a
yeah,
content creator.
yeah, because it's different because like if you talk to engineers, most of them make the same amount. But if you talk to streamers, they're gonna vary depending on their sponsorship levels, their viewer levels, things like that. I think.
I I think that's like definitely true because content creation is such long a large tail end, meaning that like I think actually they did a lot of data. OnlyFans reported this
Yeah.
because OnlyFans is kind of the same idea, right? Where it's all these individual entrepreneurs, there's a lot of sponsorships, a lot of like membership costs, but the top, I think it's like the top 1% of YouTube, like the top 1% of
Yeah.
streamers
Yeah.
make
Pretty much.
almost all the money.
Yeah. Exactly.
Same with OnlyFans, and like there's so many people out there with like a couple hundred, but unless you're like really in this, I think even if you have 100 monthly, like 100 active viewers, you're probably in the top 10%,
Yeah.
even,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
You're already like doing so
Yeah.
well.
You're already like top 1% basically.
Like that to me is what I think was really insightful about this. But when you talk about like you have more pay discrepancy and more like inequality and stuff, I see what you're saying. Like you're an engineer, you're probably making like a decent salary where you can afford the
Yeah.
cost of living. But I think this is kind of funny in this AI era too. You saw like Zuckerberg and stuff. They're offering these guys hundreds of millions of dollars,
Yeah.
right, to hire these very specialized engineers. So you could say those specialized engineers are like the top streamers, in a sense, like the top talent.
Yeah. But of course, like when someone says that, oh, I'm an engineer, you're gonna think that they're probably
They're doing
doing
okay.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Where if you're like a content creator, it's like, oh, you're
yeah.
probably eating ramen.
Yeah, you like you're like Googling, oh, how much does a lab scientist make? How
Sure.
much you get the same answers, but then when you say how much does a streamer make?
Yeah,
Then
it's
it
so
becomes
varied.
unclear. And so like the streamer university concept is interesting because like when you go to university for other things, you generally know what you're getting out of this. Right? You're gonna learn the skill set to become a thing that gets you an expected amount of money. But then for streaming, it's like it's kind of unsure because it takes more of yourself and opportunities to
Hmm.
like have more sustainable career out of this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's also like, if you're going to school for business, for example, where it's like very generic, there are all these different paths you can do. You can go to get a business degree and be poor because you keep trying to start your own business. You have no salary, you never
Yeah.
does well. Or like I think also like a lot of liberal arts majors, you really don't know what job you might have later on. So, but I think this is really insightful. I'll just be careful that anybody doing this. It's like whenever I hear like a 5-week university boot camp thing to learn something that costs money, like I think these guys are just looking to diversify their revenue even more.
Yeah, I'll defend
Right.
this Ludwig stream because like he's very explicit
Was it
about the
free?
expectation.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, he's just showing whatever the class. Like,
Oh, so he streamed it.
yeah, he streamed.
Oh, see
this.
that I support. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But like I guess when you pay money, you actually be able to ask him questions and stuff in person.
Yeah,
That's
you're
great.
paying money to be there in person.
Yeah, and actually interact. That's worth it to me. Sorry, I'm gonna take
Yeah.
a step back. I thought it was like you pay him money and you get like an ebook and that's it.
No, dude,
That's
fuck
so
that shit.
scammy.
No,
You know what I'm
dude,
talking
fuck
about though,
that
right?
shit.
People do
I
that
know,
shit.
like, yeah, the hustling.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Let me teach you how to pick up women, take my
Mhm,
5-step course. No, this is more so like being very realistic.
Yeah.
Like because these are people that want to do streaming as a career, and it's important to understand.
You probably won't make it.
Yeah, like and like he's like you can like watch the entire free like thing, but
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that's
he
really
goes over this and Anyways, I thought it's interesting. Some other things I take away is having discipline and having goals in your content creation. So even for me, maybe I'll start writing down specific goals that I can control. I'm not going to control that try to get 1,000 viewers. That's not something I can control, but I can control like making one video a week. I can
Yeah.
control making a video on this thing
Yeah.
or something. So that's something I'm taking away.
I think that's a really good way. Where did you learn? Did they talk about that?
Oh, yeah, you talked about.
Yeah, I
this
think that's a
at
very
the
good goal though.
beginning
Is you,
of
and this is like anything in life, right? It's like you can't predict what will happen.
yeah.
You can't really predict what will happen with stuff, but being able to just obtain your goals in the sense of stuff that you can output, because you can't control viewership. You can pay for ads, I guess, but
Yeah.
you really can't. So yeah, having it's like I want to talk about this content or I want to do this amount of content. That's I think awesome.
Yeah. Anyways,
that's
yeah.
great.
So that's pretty much. I think we're gonna start wrapping it up. We'll start wrap up the episode.
Yeah, can you
any last thoughts?
Can you go to our topics? I have one more topic I want to discuss. I took the
Yeah.
light rail. Do
Oh, yeah,
do
you
we have
did take
time,
the
or should we
light
save
rail.
that for next time?
No, just give me the rundown. We have a few minutes.
I took the light rail from to Bellevue, and it makes me want to live in Bellevue now because Bellevue's so nice. It's beautiful. It was a luscious sunny day, and now the fact that you can just drive your car, drop it off at the light rail station, go right into the heart of Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
It's so awesome, dude. I love like public transit, and it's just it just I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I'm so blown away by it. I'm so happy it happened.
Yeah. How's the view? Because
It was awesome. I took some pictures and videos. It was nice, and it's just fast. Like I was really shocked how fast
It was
it is.
fast.
I thought it was really fast, dude. You get into Bellevue
compared
quickly.
to the regular light rail. Is it fast? It's probably the same speed.
Well, no, it speeds up on the freeway.
Yeah.
You know, like I meant like the
on
amount of
that
time,
end.
but yeah, no, it speeds up for sure.
Oh, okay.
I think you're hitting
Oh,
probably
that's good.
40, 50 miles an hour.
Oh shit! Maybe I should take.
I think
the
so.
light rail.
Well, because it's just on I-90, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just off I-90. Like you're going,
Okay.
you're a little bit slower than the cars, but the cars are probably going 70, 80.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's great.
Nice.
I'm just happy to see that connection, and like I went to go see a movie over there, and like my friend who doesn't like to drive, she dropped her car off at the light rail station in Bellevue because it's so easy to drive over there.
Yeah.
Hopped on, messed up downtown Seattle.
Wow.
Don't worry about parking.
Wow.
None of that shit. I know Bellevue drivers don't like driving in Seattle too. They're scared of like being close to a car and not having their own lane. So
See, this is why.
great.
This is why I haven't taken it, so that it encouraged you to take it. Just.
I mean, I was thinking, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you for that
Yeah.
gift. Yeah,
No, I'll take it sometime. But
cool. We can save some more topics for later. Then we'll
Yeah.
talk about. I'll talk about my running later on. Went for a run today.
I'll talk about running too.
Yeah.
I signed up for a marathon.
Let's go. All right.
All right, that was episode 31 of the Water and Time
31.
podcast.
Killing it.
Little 2-week break, but hey, we're on track for our 40 a year, so don't worry.
Yeah, that's what we can control. Let's go.
That's right. All right. See y'all.
Bye.